What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Rams House video. And today I'm going to be going over the top 10 observations from the LA Rams training camp / jointed practice with the Dallas Cowboys that happened today, and just going over the top 10 things we learned. And I'm going to be getting this information from the Stu Jackson article that he writes every day, pretty much after the practice. He writes 10 observations from that day, and I go over it with you guys. But before I get into that, please make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. If you like Rams content or just an NFL fan in general, you are welcome. So at number 10, he puts a lively atmosphere. A full house of Rams and Cowboys fans were on hand at the Cowboys practice field in Oxnard, as well as its perimeter, with fans also perching themselves atop the gates and fences surrounding the field, watching from porches attached to nearby apartments. So yeah, it just seems like that atmosphere was really lively and exciting to be there, and it seemed like whenever big plays happened, the crowd always was able to be there and respond and give that atmosphere that you're going to want if you're playing there, and it helps the players feed off there. So I'm really glad that they had a good turnout today. Number 9, it says Kenny Young with the thud. The fourth-year linebacker delivered a hit on a Cowboys running back, audible enough to garner a reaction from the crowd. So Kenny Young continuing to develop, and I'm sure those big hits and big plays were exciting for the crowd in that moment. Glad Kenny Young's getting better by each day, just like the rest of these guys, and so very encouraged to hear that. Number 8 says second team offenses led by Bryce Perkins and Devlin Hodges. As expected, with backup John Wolford out because he had his appendix removed, guys. The second team offensive reps were handled by Perkins and Hodges, and there were some strides obviously that were made by these guys. I was watching them on the Cowboys YouTube channel. They were streaming, if you didn't know, and I was watching just to see, what we got with them, and they were doing pretty solid today, so happy to hear about that. Number 7, we got a long one here. It says more explosiveness from Darrell Henderson Jr. The third-year running back had a couple of explosive plays in 11-on-11 drills, including a long run up the sideline. While Rams head coach McVay said the running back position is the most difficult to evaluate in terms of constitutes a broken tackle, when the emphasis is on thud tackling, as in making solid contact but players still staying on their feet. He did praise the awareness that Henderson showed on Saturday. So yeah, Henderson continuing to grow and probably embracing that role with Akers going down. I'm very confident in what we have in Henderson, and that big run was very exciting for me to see. Number 6, it says Stafford to Jackson again. In what has become a regular occurrence, quarterback Matthew Stafford connected with wide receiver Deshaun Jackson for another long touchdown. On Saturday, it went for 60 yards with Deshaun Jackson using his speed to finish the rest of the play after having multiple steps on two defenders. So yeah, Deshaun Jackson and that Matthew Stafford combo is going to be very scary. It definitely helps out this Rams offense in the long run and helps the rest of these receivers. I definitely saw some connections today with Deshaun Jackson that were just mind-blowing. Somewhere Stafford manipulated the pocket to buy more time and just showed off that arm and the ball placement. So glad to hear about that. It says 5 PBs for the DBs. Aside from Fuller, Darius Williams, and David Long Jr. each had a nice pass breakup in the corner of the end zone during red zone team drills. In regular team drills, Kareem Orr had a pass breakup and nearly made a diving interception. Dante Dean also made an impressive pass breakup where he ripped the ball from the Cowboys wide receiver Ozarius Mitchell hands after Mitchell came down with the pass from Ben DiNucci. So yeah, it seems like our cornerbacks and our safeties and stuff like that are making some big plays here and breaking up the passes, and that's going to be important with all the types of teams we're going to be playing, especially being in the NFC West. So glad to see that these guys are getting better, especially some of the depth guys like Curry Moore, and yeah, excited to hear about that. Number 4, this one shouldn't be a surprise to us. It says swim move. Defensive lineman Aaron Donald received his fair share of double teams from the Cowboys offensive line, as one might expect, but he also made an impressive play against the run where he beat his defender with a swim move to reach the running back as the ball was being handed off. And I mean, are we surprised at this point? I saw this play live and I was like, I should be shocked, but it's Aaron Donald. Like, we know what we're getting out of this guy, and I saw a lot of strides from him today, and just a lot of the stuff that, we're used to seeing. So, very blessed to have this guy on our team. Number 3, it says Jordan Fuller active. The second-year safety had a couple nice pass breakups during 11-on-11 work, including one on a short pass by quarterback Garrett Gilbert intended for Lamb, as well as a deep pass Gilbert over the middle targeting Lamb. So yeah, Lamb was going off today. I mean, that's kind of what he's had in training camp all year. And Jordan Fuller has really been growing this offseason, this training camp. I can see it in him. The Rams are confident in him. I'm glad that he's getting better, especially guarding a guy like CeeDee Lamb, who looks to be having a breakout year. Number 2, quality reps for the defense. While Cowboys starting quarterback Dak Prescott was out with a shoulder and wide receiver Amari Cooper was out on the PUP list offseason, did not participate in team drills, and the Rams still got good work in the second-year wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, tight end Blake Jarwin, wide receiver Michael Gallup, and running back Ezekiel Elliott all available and in the mix. So yeah, what they're just pretty much saying is despite Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper being out, there was still a lot of competition, still a lot of top-tier guys they're going up against, and they did well against them. I mean, there are some things to tune up that I definitely saw, but we were making some strides for sure. And then the special teams at work. As mentioned above, most of the segments were team drills. Things kick off with special team drills, which allowed each team to get a punt and punt return reps in. Rams punter Johnny Hecker, Corey Bojorquez, that's such a hard name to pronounce, and Brandon Wright punted to the Cowboys punt return team, while the Rams punt return team, which included rookie wide receiver Tutu Atwell, interesting in its rotation at returner, fielded punts from the Cowboys punters. A variety of 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 work followed. So yeah, I'm glad that we're getting more reps, and it sounds like Tutu's getting some reps at that punt return or kick return spot. I still have my money on Djax, but it seems like he's more of a contributor in this offense than I expected. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like Rams content like I do, I just do it all the time, and I would really appreciate it if you could do that. Very blessed to be doing this for you guys. Please make sure that like button and that subscribe button. As always, horns up and God bless.